Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be profiling Aethlon Medical, specifically their Hemopurifier device. There's a lot going on at this organization. They've got a multi-pronged strategy, a well-diversified business model, and a ton of things that I want to go through in today's presentation. But before we do, please take a second, hit the like button, guys. It's a huge help to myself, this channel. It also pushes this content to other people who may find value. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to join. We're almost at 42,000 members, you guys. We'd love to have you as part of the community. And with that being said, let me know in the comments section below if you're currently holding shares of this company and your thoughts or outlook for 2024. Now let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be providing an update on Aethlon Medical Incorporated. Trades under the ticker symbol AEMD on the NASDAQ in the United States. Now this is mid-morning on Thursday, May 23rd. You can see Aethlon is down about 3.9% or just shy of 2 cents on the session. Currently trading hands at 41 cents US. Now this is a super exciting company for a number of reasons. Obviously, as the name implies, this company is focused on medical therapeutics. We're going to talk about their platforms, their products as we move through the presentation. And because this is the first time profiling Aethlon Medical on the channel, we're going to actually kick off on their corporate website. Now I'll leave this linked in the video description below. However, if we jump over to the corporate website, aethlonmedical.com, under the About Us section, you can see their goal is to combat cancer and infectious diseases with immunotherapeutic technologies. So Aethlon Medical develops immunotherapeutic technologies to combat cancer and infectious disease. The Aethlon Hemopurifier, which we're going to look at a little bit later in the presentation, is a first-in-class technology designed for the rapid depletion of cancer-promoting exosomes and circulating viruses. The United States Food and Drug Administration, so the FDA, has already designated the Hemopurifier as what they coin a breakthrough device, not only for the treatment of individuals with advanced metastatic cancer who are unresponsive or intolerant to the standard of care therapy, and with cancer types with exosomes which have been shown to participate in the development or severity of the disease. Now, secondly, it's also been granted that status for life-threatening viruses that are not addressed with approved therapies. So a multi-pronged approach, again, focused on cancer and infectious diseases, making this a more diversified play in the medical space. Now, this is a look at the Hemopurifier here, the Aethlon Hemopurifier. It's a first-in-class technology designed for the rapid depletion of cancer-promoting exosomes and circulating viruses. And as of March of last year, they initiated their clinical trial in SARS-CoV-2 at the Medanta Medicity Hospital in India and are in the process of launching their clinical trials in Australia. And this is actually a view of their target pipeline for these multiple indications. You can see the COVID-19 indication in India up top. They also have HCV, HIV, emergency use for COVID-19 and Ebola under the viral infections indication banner. In terms of oncology, so this is the one that's expected to begin in Australia early this year. This is focused on solid tumors for oncology or cancer treatment. And then finally, also looking at opportunities in the realm of kidney transplants and organ transplantation, as the Hemopurifier lends itself very nicely to this application as well. And this is actually another look at the device from the updated investor presentation, along with a visualization of how it can actually impact things like cancer, life-threatening viral infections, or organ transplants, as we just alluded to, by capturing those viruses and extracellular vesicles from the patient's blood through what's known as an extracorporeal circuit. Now, if we cruise over to the investment highlights portion of the investor deck, you can see we've fairly well covered off 3 out of the 5 points here. First, that multi-pronged approach on cancer, infectious disease, and organ transplant treatments, the Aethlon Hemopurifier itself, and the fact that they've been granted or designated that breakthrough device status by the US Food and Drug or FDA administration. But the fourth and fifth point, you guys, more from an investment standpoint, solid cash position and no debt, which is phenomenal to see with these small microcap type of companies, and a seasoned team of industry executives, which we're going to look at towards the end of the presentation. And it's worth noting they've got extensive development and commercialization experience in the medical device sector. Now, as a continuation of those financial highlights, as of December 31st of last year, so year end, they had $8 million in cash on hand, no debt on their balance sheet, and approximately 2.6 million shares outstanding as of April 5th. Now, earlier in the presentation, I mentioned the strong executive team at Aethlon Medical. You can see James B. Frakes is the interim CEO and CFO of the organization. He's got 27 years of CFO level financial experience, an MBA from the University of Southern California, and has really surrounded himself by an all-star cast here with tremendous experience in the medical and medical device space. Most notably, Lee Arnold, who's a PhD and happens to be the Chief Scientific Officer of Aethlon, with 36 years of experience and an astonishing 94 published patents and applications and more than 39 peer-reviewed publications. So I definitely encourage you guys to go in and take a closer look, as it's definitely a strong team of individuals that they've assembled at the C-suite level. Now, interestingly enough, there was just some news that came out in the tail end of February in relation to Aethlon Medical, and this is in regards to them entering into what's known as a materials transfer agreement for Centursis AG's nucleocapture and hemonucleocapture devices. Now, what this is going to allow them to do is perform preclinical studies to explore the potential synergies between these devices and their first-in-class hemopurifier, which we just talked about, again, to filter the patient's blood. And as you'll see in the article, Aethlon will perform initial preclinical studies to examine the nucleocapture and hemonucleocapture devices alone and in combination with their hemopurifier. So this is a huge step in the right direction, really showing their commitment to innovation and ensuring these patients have the best standard of care possible, which could potentially open up additional doors or synergies. And as the interim CEO and CFO, James Frank, says, we look forward to initiating preclinical studies shortly to expand on the data that Centursis has generated in sepsis and liver and lung transplantation, and more importantly, to explore potential synergies with our hemopurifier, initially in oncology and renal transplantation, as well as other potential indications. Now, jumping back to the investor presentation, they then go on to give additional details about each one of these indications and the potential use of the hemopurifier platform. And as you continue to scroll through and read this data, it's very clear that they're onto something extremely rare here, with exciting results on the horizon for each one of these various indications. And you can see they then go on to give details about the oncology and viral infections focal points, with that first study initiating in Australia and then moving to the United States, the viral infections already underway in India, and a variety of viral therapeutic targets in relation to organ transplantation, which you can actually see listed on the left here. So for those reasons, you guys, Aethlon Medical is definitely one that I would take a look at if you're looking for exposure to the medical or medical device sector. They've got a lot of things going for them, including those 2 FDA designations or breakthrough device designations, multi-pronged approach or diversified business model as they're looking to address various different therapeutic targets in cancer, viral disease, and organ transplantation, all really underpinned by that novel and patented hemopurifier blood purification device and those ongoing trials around the world, with the next step actually focusing on the United States. Now, I'd be super curious to hear your comments in the section below, specifically if you're already holding shares of Aethlon Medical. What is your view on the hemopurifier device itself and your outlook for 2024? If you're still watching at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button, you guys. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to join. We're almost at 42,000 subscribers, which is absolutely phenomenal, and we appreciate each and every one of you support and input. And finally, you guys, make sure you hit the bell icon. It's a great way to get notifications in real time as content is pushed through the channel. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.